So let's talk about vacuums and how to keep the house dust free and surfaces cleaned by using the vacuums.
Okay. Well, we started out as Electrolux, which was a company that was Swedish in 1924. Came to New York and then expanded into Canada in 32. And we've been famous for our vacuum cleaners. It's one of the longest lasting, least repaired appliances. We have over 51 million customers historically. I think our customer satisfaction is over 99%.
Well,
And the
that's what got
reason
me.
is
That's kind of what got me excited about when I met you. The only time I ever heard of Electrolux was my grandmother had an Electrolux that she got as a wedding gift, 50 years earlier, and she still had it and it still worked as powerfully as when it was new. And so I was like, wow, this is an amazing product. And then we met and I said, I got to use this. Actually, I'll give you a funny story. My wife and I were looking for vacuums and I said, Electrolux is the way we have to go. And of course because I said it, she was being stubborn. So she decided to go look at all the other vacuums. And she went out and she found what she thought was the best one. And what it came down to was this canister. It's like one of those bagless kind, right? And inside has a filter in the middle. And so the salesman told her because she said, "What do I do with that filter?" And he says, "Oh, no problem. You take that out and you take it to the gas station and you blow it out with an air hose." And I said, "Oh my God, like I have to take this. Who's going to do it? Her, the one with the allergies? No, it's going to be me once a month down at the gas station trying to hose this stupid thing off." And I said, it made no sense. And then, so we, of course, Scott came to our house and showed us how much was missing. He said, vacuum the whole house. And we vacuumed, and he did like a 10-foot square and showed us how much the vacuum wasn't actually absorbing. And so we've had that ever since. We've been using Electrolux for 20 years. So, that's my own personal testimonial. So that's what I'm saying. You're right. This company has been around forever with a track record. You can't touch it. You can't touch it.
and the products are great there. The engineering is if it doesn't make it work better, easier to use, make it last longer, they're not going to touch it. So it's all about performance, ease of use, and durability. And it has been for 100 years. This is the end of our 100th year in business right now.
Wow.
And if it's been invented in the vacuum industry and it's good, you could probably trace its roots back to Electrolux. But if you don't clean the surfaces well, every time you step on the carpet, you're kicking up debris. Every time you sit in the couch, you're kicking up debris. Every time you put your face in the pillow at night, you're putting your face on something with debris. You have to get the surfaces clean. One of the leading causes of air pollution is surface pollution that isn't properly cleaned. And people run out and they buy these vacuum cleaners that they see on TV, or they buy the vacuum cleaner that their housekeeper recommends. And even though they may think it's doing a great job, when it comes down to the actual performance of how much it left behind, it fails. It doesn't keep the job up. Like we did with you. We go into a house, we tell them to vacuum the house thoroughly, and in 15 minutes of us vacuuming, after they've probably vacuumed it 3 times, we show them what was left behind. What their machine failed to get out of the couch and the furniture and the carpet and the stairs and the bed. And most people, my old advertising campaign was, "You've got to be kidding me." Because every time someone sees what we get out of their carpet after they vacuumed multiple times, that's what they say. "You've got to be kidding me." And just the thought of having that in the carpet, in the furniture, in the beds you put your face in is horrible. But if you take a look what's in that dirt, it's forms of germs, bacteria, disease, pet dander, pet feces, bugs, bug feces. It's absolutely disgusting what's in your pillow, your bed, your stairs, your couch cushions, your floors, your car. And I've done this 35 years. I've been in over 20,000 houses. I think it's over 23,000 houses now. And I've never seen a product that performs as well as this product does consistently without fail. And like I said, it lasts longer than anything. It performs better. It's easier to use. And if you can get all that out of the surfaces, boy, it makes it a lot easier for your air purifier to do its job of keeping it out of the air. And you don't get those contaminants in your face before they can get to the air purifier. If you have a fire over here and an exhaust fan over there, the smoke's got to go through you to get to the exhaust. Same thing with most air purifiers. If you've got a cloud of dust coming up over here and it's got to go through you to get to the air purifier, the damage is done before the air purifier can do its job. So the more you get your surfaces clean and have actual tools you'd use that would actually work, as opposed to some of these people. I've seen salespeople can't tell you what 5 of the tools in the box do, and they sell the product. How are you supposed to figure it out?
Yeah.
Right. But our tools are stuff you'll actually use. They work. The product's superior and the service is second to none. If you ever have a problem, we still, after 100 years, will come to your house for free and do a free service call on your product if it isn't working properly. And I've never met another company that will do that.
No, no. The vacuums have HEPA filters too, correct?
Yeah, well, our top of the line has 2 HEPA filters, one before the motor to protect the motor and one after the motor to protect you. We found that if you have a HEPA filter with a surgical seal before the motor, you can double and triple the life expectancy of your machines. And if you have a HEPA filter in the exhaust of your filter, you can add actually years to the life of the people in the environment a vacuum protects if the filters are well. Clean air can add years to your life and add a lot to the quality of those years of your life. Nobody wants to live an extra 7 miserable years, but how about an extra 7 happy years or clean years, which is a big difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. I even noticed the bags are filtration too. The inside of
Yes.
my
Well,
vacuum, the inside of the canister has no dust inside of it because the vacuum does all or the bag does all the work.
right. Well, our bags are made out of the same material that most people make their filters out of. But it's before the motor. And part of that is our motors are so much more powerful than competitors' vacuums that a simple paper bag won't protect your motor because it'll just pull everything through the bag. The motor's too powerful. I mean, if you want to clean the bottom of your carpet, you can't do that with 2 kids sucking air through straws. You need a motor. And our motors are so powerful that we actually had to improve the quality of our bags, which were already the best in the industry, our 4-ply bag, because we wanted to protect the motor and the people using the machine. The bag had to be better. And yeah, the bags are amazing. Hundreds of times better than most competitive bags.
One of the things that a lot of the newer vacuums you see, they're all a bag less, right? They have some sort of plastic canister. And my concern was, as soon as you take that off, you now have an open canister that you then turn upside down into your vacuum, into your trash bag, and a puff of dust goes all over the place.
Right.
Your bags that I'm aware of, they seal. When you pull them out of the
Right.
bag, they seal. So when you throw it in the trash, it's closed.
We actually invented the bag for vacuum cleaners and way back when. And part of the thing of the advertising used to be on the bag, it would be see no dirt, touch no dirt, breathe no dirt. And that's still the way it's got to be. Now, I just saw, and I can't remember where I saw it or I quoted, that every time you enter that canister of a bagless vacuums, you're exposing your lungs to 26 weeks worth of normal dust. So if you empty that tank once, you breathe into your body 26 weeks of the amount of dust a normal person would get. And a lot of people, they enter this vacuum cleaner once a week.
Wow.
The tanks are small. They fluff up the air, the dirt, so it looks like a lot more dirt. So you got to empty them a lot. And that's a lot. And if you ever want to be really scary, take a bagless vacuum cleaner in a completely black room, turn on a black light, and empty the tank. And it looks like there's a fire in your garbage can. There's so much dust and debris going everywhere.
Wow.
And it's unhealthy.